Well, hello everybody. I am currently on my way to Memorial Florist, sitting at a red light, so you know what that means. Plant tour. No, greenhouse tour. Wearing my good jacket, the hood with the fur. It's actually not that cold outside, so I figured I'd wear my lighter jacket. Awkward. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Angie's Jungle House. Today we are going to go tour Memorial Florist. So I got my good jacket on, the hood with the fur. It's actually not that cold. It's like 27 degrees outside is what my car tells me. So I'm on my way there right now. So that's super fun. And I was actually going to say something about this right away. You know, that awkward moment when you're vlogging in your car and the person in the car next to you is just staring hard. That's about what was going on. I had to start over. I was so distracted. So, we got more snow. It snowed like another, maybe half inch, so not much. It might have been an inch until it warmed up a little bit. In all that cold weather, I actually had my water lines for my washer freeze. So that's the thing. I've been meaning to move my water lines, so this might actually be the time that I do it. Considering now I have like the fittings, because they were like twist-on fittings for like my water valves. Those got pushed apart. So I might actually move my washer and dryer right now rather than waiting for the remodel. I guess we're gonna see what happens Monday or Tuesday. Today is like Wednesday. So I guess we'll kind of see what goes on then. See how much time I have next week. Right now I'm pretty booked up with painting. I don't use my washer and dryer a whole hell of a lot, and I just did laundry. That's when I realized my pipes fucking leak. So this is my life. When even the renovations in an area are done, I still got to do something else in another area of the house. So that's a thing. But I'd really love to move my washer and dryer because, I mean, as you saw in the last video, this setup is pretty fucking stupid. I don't know who smoked crack and built that laundry room because that is an addition to the house. So that means, like, in current times where cinder block was, like, a thing to start building foundations with, so fairly recently, somebody thought it was a good idea to build a laundry room like that and not insulate the fucker. So, I mean, we live in Wisconsin. Hello. Anyhow, enough about me rambling on and, like, bitching about the people that used to, like, own my house. I have a fairly good idea about the age of that addition, but I don't even think it was a legal addition. I don't think an inspector ever came in and inspected anything because, well, it's pretty freaking obvious. So anyhow, I am going to turn the camera around, show you one of my favorite parts of town, and enjoy. Alrighty then. Here is kind of a little bit of the front of the store. They got a shipment of Ann Theorems in. We'll cover that after a while, but we're going to kind of focus on orchids for a little while. They have had some really cool orchids in the last few months, and I love the overall aesthetic of an orchid, but some of their cooler orchids are like $50, and I can't see $50 on... I don't know if I can keep it alive on its own. It'd be a little risky for me. Oh, look at these. These are huge flowers. I don't know a whole lot about orchids. I've never had one, and I almost can guarantee I never will. There's some arrangement, like mixed planters that they have for like funerals, weddings, people in the hospital, that sort of thing. But, oh, hey, guys, somebody needs to go down to Memorial Florist right now and buy this Prince of Orange. If you're looking for him, he is here. He's the last one. He needs a home. Go buy him. Go. Here's some air plants, hanging baskets, and then this air plant display. And I had to give you just a slow-mo of this whole display. The driftwood and the air plants. It is just beautiful. I look at this every time I'm there just because I like it so much. It's past my bedtime, guys. White fusion calatheas. This orchid has beautiful leaves. Some mini cactuses, a gigantic succulent container, cement succulent planter. It's big. And then the elephantes, which this just kind of makes me think of Alfie. Its leafing isn't the prettiest. It's vegetation. I've seen better looking varieties. It's a stunning plant, and I've really thought about taking him home with me, but I just haven't. Mostly because they are a little more on the expensive side, and I really don't know if I could take care of it. Lemon lime philodendron. I'm a sucker for aroids, not gonna lie. Here I covered their entire hanging basket collection because I did it all in one go, because otherwise I would totally miss half of them. There's string of pearls and Christmas cactuses and Hoya wyetii and spider plants and scindaptus, ivy, goldfish plant, lipstick plant. So I figured I'd get all the stuff in the air covered right away. Their hanging baskets are big, full, and very healthy. So that's definitely a selling point. Oh, see, these are the spider plants that I got at Schroeder's. I got the babies. So I'm a sucker for spider plants. I love them too. They're big, beautiful lipstick plants. They are very full. I don't know, do lipstick plants grow very fast? I haven't had mine too incredibly long, because up until recently I had never seen one in person before. So they are a thing now. The philodendrons and hanging baskets. Scindaptus pictus. I bought one of these. Super full, super healthy. So that is awesome. And then we have some Aralia Ming. We're going to come up on some staghorn ferns pretty quick here too, which the Aralia Ming, I want one so bad, but where would I put it? Where? Gorgeous. I had a really super good conversation with an employee there, and he gave me some really helpful ideas on succulents. He said never failed him, so I'm going to actually be doing a little test on that. I talked to him probably for a good half hour, or maybe even better, after I got done filming the footage for this. Kind of giving me an idea on how to really ramp up the growth in my plants. So okay. That was super, super awesome. Plant people talking. It's a thing. And then, the painted lady, philodendron. I want one so bad, but yet again, I am running low on space. I think I need to do a few more setups and get some more areas set aside for plants before I purchase anything large. I'm a big fan of like dividing and what have you, so I like to start small and divide if they get too big. And that's kind of something I am really focusing on, is just keeping it under control size-wise. Silver Bay. Now that Aglaonema was sold to me as Golden Bay. Either way, it's a stunning Aglaonema, and I think it's my favorite, to be completely honest with you. The hue of the leaves is just, oh, great. Okay, so here are some Sansevierias in gallon pots for, I think, $50. I could be wrong. That guy is so full. That is such a beautiful pot. Unfortunately, this is not my variety of snake plant. This is more what I'm used to, and this is what I want to see. I'm sorry I'm not into the hip modern stuff. These Sansevierias have such a grayish blue hue. They're stunning. We got some more philodendrons. And some ivy to the right that I probably passed over because I'm hurting on the inside. Oh, there we go. I love my ivy, but it's just not a thing anymore for me. I'm sorry, guys. Look at that dark snake plant in the back. Oh, and then the variegated rubber trees are very nice too. Sansevieria cylindrica. And some crotons, some regular old philodendrons. Nothing wrong with that. Blue ferns and some more philodendrons. Curly spider plants, everybody. Lots of curly spider plant babies. There's a Monstera deliciosa. And then we're going to look at some crotons, lemon lime, prayer plants. I'd buy one of these if I didn't have such bad luck with prayer plants. I believe those are China dolls, but I'm not entirely certain. They're a type of ficus, I think. Algerian ivy, and then they have cyclamen too. I think cyclamen leaves are just so gorgeous. Look at them. And then Kalanchoe or Kalancha, whatever the hell you want to call them. That's a great debate too. Kalancha, whatever. I've known them as Kalanchoe, and that's just how I'm saying it. So I picked my side. Bromeliads, they're fun to look at. For me. Some people really love their bromeliads. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They add a nice pop of color. Oh, I'm going to cut myself off here. This is a purple Ann Theorem, and they are showing up so poor on camera. These are the most stunning purple. I mean, they're gorgeous. The footage does no justice. Those purple Ann Theorems are beautiful. Their succulent collection is amazing, and they have such great prices. So if you guys are looking for some big, fantastic succulents, Memorial Florist. Just go to Memorial Florist. All my big, beautiful succulents, this is where I get them from. They're absolutely stocked pots. Yes. So here's some more. I mean, they're everywhere. And if you're lucky here, you might even get some hitchhikers and get some mystery succulents. We have some aloe vera. They're all like $7.99 or $10.99 or $9.99. Yeah, somewhere in there. Most of them are $7.99. Like the variegated. Jade's a little bit more expensive. Look at that guy. I want him. Someday I'm going to buy him. I keep looking. I keep picking him up, and I keep putting him back. There's some little Gasteria. Some little Hoya propagations. Like little baby Hoyas. A lot of tricolor. And then, look at that succulent. Jeez, pretty. Random picture. Surprise. Bird nest ferns. Snake plants. Blue ferns. I believe there's some button ferns, and there's definitely some maidenhair ferns over here. They're so cute. But I feel like I should get a maidenhair fern just to see if I could take care of it. I don't think I can. Just kidding. I'm not going to buy one. I feel like that would just be a waste of money on my part. My house is too dry. All right, and we have some palms, more prayer plants. There's some crotons over here, and neon and golden pothos. There's some arrowheads mixed in, moss, the frosty fern moss, more Algerian ivy. I wanted to pick one up so bad, and then I said, no, Ange, no. You have too many plants for ivy. And we got some dracaenas and Dieffenbachias, which, if they weren't so poisonous, I'd have one. With the puppy, I didn't think that was a very good idea. We have some silver satin pothos, more golden pothos, philodendron micans. So if you guys are in the market for that, I'd say head on down. It doesn't seem to be too hot with the non-plant people. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, the color and the feel. Philodendron Xanadu by the gallon buckets. Monstera Ansonii totem, which is so nice. Alrighty. Look at all this leaf porn I'm giving you guys today. Good God. Just, yes. Look at those leaves. Now I'm going to show you another one. I'm just going to keep showing you. All right. So the Monstera Deliciosa in gallon buckets. And I pick a really nice leaf to leaf porn you guys with. Look at that bad boy. It's got almost all its splits. Ah. That is a huge, that's a pretty decent sized leaf as well. But so I think these are 50. But those are some pretty large deliciosas for a nursery. And then the large leaf Schefflera, like the standard size. Like I got suckered into buying one of these bad boys. And I'm not upset about it. I love Schefflera. Here are some ZZ plants. Very water spotty ZZ plants. We do have some hard water in the area, so like your nursery leaves can be pretty hard by the time they get there. Look at this Norfolk Island pine growing all the way to the top of the greenhouse. She's beautiful. That has been there since I first ever started going to Memorial Florist. It's been there for a while. Alrighty. And then we have, I mean, look at this. Look at this plant. Can't even stand up. Good Lord. It is kind of growing out of the pot. That's what it is. And then I believe that's a ficus, but I can't remember. I've looked at that plant a few times and gone, oh, that's cool. Because I'm your overall, like, plant nerd, but for some reason I'm drawing a lot of blanks today. I've had a really long week. We have a lot of Chinese evergreens and peace lilies coming up. And I'm going to show you so many peace lilies that somebody might actually puke. Hey, for the record, guys, before I forget, I murdered the crap out of my peace lily. I will no longer be getting peace lilies. I love their leaves. Look at how beautiful they are. I love peace lily leaves, but they are so effing needy. I just can't. I'm a peace lily killer. The only way I'd do a peace lily is if I could grow it in water and put the roots in my new aquarium, which we'll get to that later. Look, variegated peace lily. I want one so bad, but for the price, I'd rather not because I know I'll end up killing it. I am a peace lily murderer. I'm sorry, guys. I would kind of like to know how many peace lilies they sell every single year, because that is like the The funeral flower right there is a peace lily. And Memorial Florist is a pretty big name in the area. So I would imagine that's where everybody goes for their peace lilies. I wonder if they could tell me that, because I'd like to know. Some Dracaenas and some alocasias, some bushy ones, and then some, like, they have regal shields here that look just like mine. They only ever grow a few leaves, and then the old ones just, like, the older ones just fall off. That must be what regal shields does. Literally only ever get 5 or 6 leaves on the plant, and believe me, if I get 6, there's going to be a leaf death very, very shortly. I'm beginning to think it's not just me. My alocasia seems very happy. And then densely packed kangaroo paw fern. That's it. And we got some more Dracaenas. Those yellow variegated ones are gorgeous. I'm not entirely certain what this guy is, but he is pretty. Takes up way too much space for my house. Fiddly figs. I'll tell you what, none of my fiddly fig doesn't look like any of these. And we got some trees back here. A lot of rubber trees and ficus trees. I believe Ficus benjamina. Whew. It's about nap time for me. Holy cats. Alrighty, and then I think those are so pretty. So back here we got some Dracaenas. There's some Crotons there. They're pretty. They're really thick, really large. My dogs are barking. Really thick, really large Crotons. I mean, they are dense. Dieffenbachia, which I don't think I'll ever own another. I'm sorry. I sold all mine when I got my puppy. Gold Capella umbrella tree, Schefflera. If I ever have Schefflera, it will always be Gold Capella. That's my absolute favorite Schefflera. And I know you shouldn't pick favorites, but guess what? I am. And yet, that is my favorite Schefflera, and it does absolutely nothing for me. I think I've gotten 2 new leaves since I bought it almost a year ago. The large Schefflera, I love the standard. Hands down, I love the standard over the little dwarf-sized one. And then, can we take a moment to appreciate the trunk on this hibiscus? Oh my god. She is, look at that trunk. Holy cats. And I kind of like the overall, like, aesthetic of that archway there. And then here's the end of the video. Here's our clearance, which looks nothing like Home Depot and Lowe's. So much healthier. I mean, there's some plants on the struggle bus here, but I'm going to tell you guys thank you, and as always, happy freaking planting, and thank you for watching this tour of my favorite nursery. All right.